Happy day, Earth signs. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of March 14th through March 20th. The first card that we have for you here is the Universe card. And this week, Spirit is asking you to prioritize your heart's desires. All right. Spirit really wants you to reconnect with your heart's desires. Right now, there's this feeling of like, I'm seeing the words wishy-washy. And so Spirit is asking you to really connect with your heart's desires. That if you find yourself kind of like going back and forth in any particular situation, no matter what it may be, Spirit is saying, always remember and come back to your heart's desires. Also, with the universe, Spirit is just kind of acknowledging that that you've put in this work to really heal and reconnect with yourself. And so don't allow your egos, um, don't allow your ego to distract you from your heart's desires, is what I'm hearing. Because your heart's desires are what keep you grounded, and living those out. If you've been feeling a little, if you've been feeling a little off center and just not really feeling grounded over the last few weeks, that's because your spirit is saying that's because you've gotten away from your heart's desires. So Spirit this week is asking you to prioritize your heart's desires, to come back to your heart's desires, because that's what will help you to find your footing again. All right. Um, yeah, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And so with the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit is kind of just, it feels like, again, that wishy-washy. Like I was saying, I'm seeing the words wishy-washy. And it just kind of feels like everything is kind of up in the air for you right now. Um, and the reason why that is, again, is because you're not really moving from this heart-centered space. And maybe you are, but you may be in a space of kind of like doubting if really moving from that heart-centered space is going to be beneficial for you. And Spirit is reminding you that yes, it is. And Spirit is asking you to really think about what kind of changes you're wanting to experience in your life. What kind of changes are you wanting to integrate? What kind of changes are you wanting to experience on a heart-centered level? What are those changes that you want to experience and integrate in your daily life? And the reason why Spirit is really putting such an emphasis on your heart's desires and really moving from a heart-centered space is because Spirit wants you to think about long term, right? Spirit is asking you to think long term. How will these changes that I'm making in the now affect me, affect, my legacy in the long term? All right. So then we have the Judgment card. Okay. Then we have Judgment. And through Judgment, Spirit is the word reconciliation is coming up. Okay, I'm seeing reconciliation. So Spirit could be calling you into a space, into a space, again, to reconcile to. And I'm feeling like I just lost my words, and I'm feeling like that's because you don't really like that. Like you've known that you need to. That you need to experience some kind of reconciliation, or that you're being called into this space of reconciling with someone or reconciling with yourself. And Spirit is saying that because you've been avoiding this reconciliation, you've kind of been stuck in this space of like judging the situation rather than moving from a heart-centered space to reconcile the situation, right? And so whether that's judging yourself, whether that's judging others, judging the situation as a whole, Spirit is really shedding light on the fact that you're being asked to reconcile some with something, with yourself, with someone in some way. And so that's a part of you coming back to your heart's desires. And that's what it is. Spirit is like you've stepped away from your heart's desires. And so this week, in asking you to prioritize your heart's desires, that's what you're being reconciled back to. And Spirit is saying, okay, don't be afraid of what might fall away when you are being called into this space of reconciling with your heart's desires. Okay. And that's part of the reason why. Okay, so again with the judgment card, the perspective that you're allowing yourself to keep is what's holding you in this space of judgment. It's what's holding you in this space of anxiety. So rather than seeing this as a beautiful thing that is taking place on your behalf, it's almost like the perspective that you're holding is like you're it's like you're asking yourself, what am I going to lose if I turn back to my heart's desires? And Spirit is wanting you to approach it from the with the mindset of, what am I going to gain? What is going to change, and how am I going to flourish whenever I reconcile or come back into this harmonious relationship with my heart's desires? So really give yourself permission to choose a new perspective, to look at what Spirit is asking you to do, and to choose a new perspective so that you can flourish in the way that you desire to flourish. Because right now it feels like everything is really rooted in your attitude about the idea of flourishing is really rooted in a materialistic the viewpoint is very materialistic, and Spirit wants you to see beyond the material. And that's why you're being called back to your heart's desires, right? So, yeah, then we have the Knight of Coins. So, definitely this experience of reconciling, of coming back into remembering and honoring and choosing your heart's desires first, it's going to take you on a journey, right? And Spirit is like, listen, every journey comes with risk. Every journey comes with the potential of failure. And Spirit is showing me that those are the things that you're kind of avoiding because you don't want to experience that. You're like, I'm over experiencing pain. But again, Spirit is like, what you focus on is what comes into the picture. And so if you can focus on the abundance of the journey, if you can focus on on the other side of the risk, the growth, the expansion that you will experience, then you'll find yourself feeling more joyful and more enthusiastic about the journey that is ahead. And Spirit is not going to let you down. Spirit is going to guide you, and you just have to trust. You just have to trust. You have to surrender control. You have to let go of, wanting to be or wanting to feel safe, right? And this feeling of safety is not like security, like feeling secure from the inside out. It's like I just want to feel safe. I just want to be safe. And so some of what you're doing right now is you're doing it because you just want to feel safe. And Spirit is like, yeah, you're going to feel safe, but you're also going to be stunted, and we don't want that for you. So Capricorn, your clarifying card is the Page of Coins. So for you, Spirit is like, we need you to approach this journey with a childlike attitude and mindset, right? We need you to approach the journey with a childlike attitude and mindset, because we know where we're leading you. We know where we're guiding you. And if you can be curious about where we're leading you and guiding you, you might be surprised. All right. And then Taurus, for you, we have the Queen of Wands. So through the Queen of Wands for you, Taurus, Spirit is really speaking to this sense of enthusiasm. Spirit really wants you to live with this enthusiasm and with this just bright energy. Like, remember your bright energy. Remember your bright energy. Something came in and kind of took it away, and spirit really wants you to get back to that. And then for you, Virgo, we have the Eight of Coins. So spirit is definitely speaking to, yeah, we're trying to build something on your behalf, and we need you to let go of whatever fear. We need you to let go of whatever old narratives and perspectives that you're holding on to that are acting as barriers, and not allowing you to take that first step so that you can walk the journey. I love you.